All right, we are live and it is Tuesday morning, which means it is time for the Real Estate Vault. This is Rachelle with the Real Estate Vault and all about real estate LV. And today I thought we would talk about something a little different. We've been doing different subjects. Today I'd like to talk about specifically Google Sheets versus those real CRMs out there. Which one actually wins, and is there a winner? And what are the benefits of using Google Sheets? The big question for today that we're going to start out with is think about, raise your hand. I know you're just watching, but raise your hand if you've ever paid for a CRM and used it for about 3 weeks before going back to whatever you're doing before. I'm one of those people. So you're not alone. This is what I'm going to talk about today because I get asked all the time, do I need a real CRM to manage my transactions, or can Google Sheets do the job for me? Spoiler alert, I've actually built my entire system using Google Sheets. So it's just, there's so many pros to doing this. It's something people are already using, and that's what I want to talk about today, how you can use Google Sheets and have your own proprietary / more private CRM, basically, to track everything. So once again, Rachelle Van Duser. I am with All About Real Estate LV. I am your techie transaction coordinator / automation manager. And I love automation. I've learned AI. I highly suggest all of you take an AI class, or at least learn more about it, whether you like it or not. It's here. It's not going to go anywhere. And the more you know about it, the better off you'll be when people ask questions, or like when I'm talking about this stuff with the automation versus the AI. So I help agents have the calm in their chaos, and CRMs will usually sell you on a dream, right? So it's the CRM promise versus the actual reality. So the CRM sells you on the dream. You're going to get this really nice looking dashboard in the front. It's amazing. It's all in one place. Has automated follow-up, beautiful pipeline view. And you know what? It sounds amazing. And it probably looks amazing too. I know I've seen one. Popular options are Follow-Up Boss, which works great. Lion Desk, KV Core, which is a good system a lot of people like. Pipedrive, Salesforce, Top Producer. I have used many of those, and they all work wonderful. But the monthly cost for these systems, number one, is from $50 a month on the low end to over $300 per user. This isn't just for one person. If you have a team, you have to pay per user for most of these. There's a big setup time. There's days to weeks of customization where you have to work with their department to get everything set up how you want it. And then every time there's an update, think about this, like with your Google email or Microsoft or your computer, every time there's an update, guess what happens? You have to learn a lot of stuff over again half the time because they've changed the way it looks or done this or done that. So it's not really your own system because they are doing updates for everybody in general and not just for you and how your business works, even though there is some semi-customization. There's usually a steep learning curve. And what actually happens is you're paying for the CRM, you spend a week in setting it up, maybe more. You use about 20% of their features, and then you either abandon it or forget to update it, or it's just not working for you and you just decide you're not going to use it. So you spend all that time. Does that sound familiar? So here's what's really going on. A lot of these systems are overkill for transaction tracking. They're built more for lead gen and not TC and real estate agents, and how, you actually are doing your workflow. It has a very rigid structure. So you're basically having to work around IT instead of working for you. Most of them are expensive, especially when you're paying per seat or per transaction, as some of them are nowadays. And your data is locked in. So if you're going to switch to another platform, guess what? You got to go through all of this stuff again and start paying again and do the whole setup again, download the app. It's a lot. It's really a lot. So here's why Google Sheets actually works. And this is why Google Sheets gives you more than most CRMs that you can't have total control over. And you're never going to have total control over those. Number one, Google is free. So your Google account in general, which a lot of you have, it's free. You don't have to pay for it. And the Google App Script and these Google Sheets, they all are part of your Google account. So, some of you might have an upgraded account and you're paying for extra storage, things like that. But for the most part, Google is free. It's fully customizable, which means that you get it built your way, your workflow, and you can update it how you want. It also has real-time collaboration. So agents, brokers, clients, TCs, everybody who you have shared this database with can all see what's going on in real time. That's a huge plus. Another huge, huge plus is it's accessible anywhere. You can travel anywhere in the world, anywhere in the nation. You can pull up your Google Sheets on your phone, on your tablet, on your computer at a friend's house. There's no app required. That is the key. No app is required, which means no updates. And that unless you want them, of course, you can get updates, but no updates that are going out to the Gen Pop and just doing all of this stuff. So you can track every deal, you can track every deadline, you can still follow up with leads, every document status, and it's all done your way, not a generic way, but your way. It's color coded by status. So you've got your active, you've got your pending, you've got your closed, your on holds, and they are all color coded for easy access, and you get to pick the colors. There's no seat licenses, so you can add users without paying per head, which is a huge savings if you're trying to build a team. If you're an agent trying to build a team, you want to obviously save money as much as possible, but you also want to have the training and have a system for everybody to be in that's tracking everything, and also so what's going on, so you can track what's going on and how much you're making for the year and things like that, and where maybe you need to look. So I built this transaction / leads tracker from scratch with the help of AI. Once again, I've done some other videos telling you the difference between automation and AI. You can do a lot of automation in the Google Sheets using Google's App Script, and you can have AI help you do it, but AI is not actually a part of it. Can it be? Yes, I've said that multiple times. You can make this thing as amazing and go as far as you want and have it you can automate everything with AI if you want. But right now, it is all automated through your Google account and Google App Script. So it's your proprietary database that can be pulled anywhere, and you control it. You control the leads that are in there. You control everything that's in there. So this is where Google Sheets goes from a simple spreadsheet to an actual system that's automated. So you've got the Google App Script, and that's what I'm using with the help of AI. I ask AI questions on how I should do this, to that. If you learn proper prompting, you get pretty good answers back. And I just happen to have a programming background too, so of course that helps. But Google App Script is running in the background. You don't have any extra app, no subscription, no nothing. It's running in the background. You can add triggers that go automatically based on your data and what triggers you want. It's when so basically a new transaction comes in, I input it on the intake transaction form. All of that information goes into the auto populates in the tracker. And then when deadlines are approaching, it automatically can send an email reminder It's color coded on your dashboard that shows, hey, you need to pay attention to this one, pay more attention to this one. That shows status changes, notifications get sent to the right people, the deal closes, there's an auto-generated summary if you want. You can even set it up to have email templates that go into your system so you don't have to fill in all the information that was already filled in your form. There's just so many things that you can do. And it's not a CRM, it's actually a custom built transaction management system that is designed by a TC for other TCs and agents to keep track of those deals and stay on track. So you're already running on tools. You're using tools you already have for free, basically. Freya, oh my gosh, hi, so sorry. I don't know when you popped in, but good afternoon to you too. Welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate you being here. Like I've told people, I do have a live chat going. So if you have any questions or anything else, at least stop in and say hi like Freya did. I greatly appreciate it. And she's actually in another country. So I really appreciate that. You're amazing. Thank you. So you can use Make, you can use Zapier, you can use these some other third-party software to layer on top for even more automation if you want, but you don't have to. So you can connect your Google Forms, intakes coming from your what is it? If you have a lead sheet, leads form, basically that's the same as an intake form. And so those leads would automatically populate into this database, and then you and whoever else that you've shared this database with can actually use that information and follow up with everybody. So you can have, heavy lead nurturing with drip campaigns. You can have up to a large team where agents need pipeline visibility. You can just pretty much make this whatever you want, which is huge because you are customizing this once again to you and how your team works, not for somebody else. So if you are an individual agent or a small team, you're just trying to track your active transactions cleanly, you don't want anything to fall through the cracks, then you maybe want to expand when your team gets bigger, share it, then Google Sheets plus automation is a smarter, cheaper, and way more flexible solution for you than having to pay for these big boys out there and that have all these features you're not going to use. Now, if you're a huge brokerage, of course, you got 100 plus people, Follow Up Boss, KV Core, those are probably a better fit for you. But even then, you still don't have the exact customization that you need. So here's the bottom line. Google Sheets means free, flexible, and fully yours. Automation makes it run like a system, not just a spreadsheet. And it's custom built, so it works for your deals, how you want it, for you and your team, and it's not a generic workflow. So you don't need to spend $200 a month to run clean transactions. You need the right system that's built right, that's running on autopilot for you on your Google account. So if you want to see what a techie TC can do for you and your business, then let's talk. I give you a free consultation, no pitch. I'll answer whatever questions you have. You can go to my Calendly, a link which is on the my website contact page, but it's calendly.com/realestategallv, and you can set up an appointment. So just, yes, please check into Google Sheets. Ask me any questions that you have. Contact me to see how this would be a great fit for you, especially if you're an agent that does not have a TC. You probably should, but if you don't, the system could be for you. Or get a techie TC like me who makes sure that none of this stuff falls through the cracks, and you can do the system. And you can always drop questions in the chat, and also direct message me if you would like me to talk about a particular subject. I'm here every Tuesday at 10:30, the Real Estate Automation Vault. Once again, I am Rachelle Van Duser, your techie transaction coordinator and automation manager. And I will see you next Tuesday at the same time, same place here at the Real Estate Automation Vault. And don't forget to subscribe at Rachelle Van Duser. Please subscribe. I need to get to those 50 followers. Thank you so much for your time. Have a wonderful day. Go get them. Talk to you soon.